A lot of people walking around right now think they're anxious. But what if you're not actually anxious? What if you're just overstimulated? There's a difference. Anxiety says something's wrong with you. Overstimulation says your system is overloaded. Too much input, too many tabs open, too many voices, tasks, and notifications. Your body is trying to keep up with what it was never built to hold. Let's be honest, we scroll the moment we wake up, we answer texts while we're half watching a show, we check our email while we're eating lunch. Even when we try to rest, we're still plugged in. And then we wonder why we're tense, why we can't sleep, why we feel jumpy or numb or exhausted all the time. That's not always anxiety. That's a nervous system that hasn't had a chance to exhale. Now, I do want to be clear about something. I'm not minimizing anxiety, okay? I'm not saying mindfulness is a cure all, but I'm saying this. A lot of what we experience isn't about disorder, it's about overload because we live in a culture of overs. We're overstimulated, we're overthinking, we're over processing, we're over analyzing. And most of that overwhelm is running underneath the surface while we're on autopilot because most of us are disconnected from our bodies. We live in our heads, we live in our calendars, we live in the next thing. We push through tight shoulders, clenched jaws, shallow breathing, and we don't even notice it until our body starts yelling. And when it does, we reach for something to numb it. It might be food, it could be scrolling, it could be work, it could be busyness, anything that lets us escape the present moment. But here's the thing, you can't heal what you won't feel. You can't solve sensory overload with another productivity hack. You can't. You can't outthink overstimulation. You have got to get out of your head and back into your body. And that's what mindfulness is really about. It's not a buzzword or a morning routine. This is a basic energetic hygiene. Like you brush your teeth, like you take a shower, like you wash your clothes. How often do you clean out your nervous system? Mindfulness is how you come home, and it's how you get still enough to feel what's actually going on underneath all the doing. It's a practice. It's a practice of returning to the present moment because that's where your power lives. That's where your peace lives. That's where your choice lives. And much of what we call anxiety often comes from living in the past or jumping ahead to the future. What happened, what might happen, what you should have done, what you hope doesn't go wrong. The mindfulness brings your body and your mind back to the same place at the same time now. So you've been running on autopilot for so long, it's easy to forget that there isn't, that there is, it's easy to forget that there is another way to live. And your body isn't trying to sabotage you, it's trying to save you. The more you learn to listen to your body, the more power you reclaim. Now, if you're still listening and you're ready to live with more clarity and calm and capacity, keep listening because I want to give you some real tools that actually work in real life. But before you do that, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. And let's show you how you can start right now. You ready? Here's what it looks like in your everyday life. Let's start with the phone. Oh, wait. I'm not trying to tell you to get rid of your phone, right? I'm not telling you to break up with your phone. But what I would invite you to do is before you grab your phone in the morning, stop and feel your body. Feel your body in your bed. Wiggle your toes. Notice your breath. Name how you feel just for 60 seconds. Check in with you before you check in with the world. Secondly, try this. Try a 3-breath reset. What does that mean? Set your timer 3 times a day. And when it goes off, just pause and inhale deep and exhale slow. Oh, that's delicious. Do that 3 times. That's it. 30 seconds to tell your body that we are safe. Another thing you can try is a sensory check-in. When you feel overwhelmed, just ground yourself with your senses. Stop and name 5 things that you can see. Name 4 things you can touch. 3 things that you can hear. 2 that you can smell. 1 that you can taste. What are you doing? You're pulling your attention out of your spinning thoughts and back into this present moment. And another thing you can try is called feet on the ground. Literally, you sit down, you put your feet on the floor, flat on the floor, and feel the contact with the ground and let it remind you, I'm here and I'm supported. And lastly, try body talk. Talk to yourself throughout the day. I talk to myself throughout the day. Pay attention, notice, where am I holding tension? What does my body need right now? What do we need right? I say, what do we need right now? What do you need? What do you need right now, sweetheart? Is it water? Is it rest? Is it a stretch? Is it quiet? Check in with yourself. Now you might be thinking, oh, this sounds so lovely, but I don't have time for that. And I get it. You're a high achiever. You're busy. You got things to do, right? But what I want to invite you to consider is if you don't interrupt the pattern will interrupt you. So, yes, it's going to feel weird at first. Yes, it might be forced. That's just what happens when you're trying something new. And new habits feel unnatural because, not because they're wrong, but because they just haven't been wired in yet. And can I tell you, it takes 66 days, according to the experts. It takes 66 days to build a habit that actually lasts. Not 7, not 14, not 21, y'all, 66. So if these practices, these mindfulness practices feel kind of clunky, kind of awkward right now, that's normal because you're building something and it takes time. You're retraining your system. You're building new habits. You're teaching yourself, you're training yourself to respond to cues. And this is about making these habits, these cues conscious. This is about reclaiming your energy, not reacting to everything that wants it. So let me ask you this. What kind of experience do you want to have in your life? Not what goals do you want to hit, not what outcomes you want to control, but what do you want to feel like as you live? Because I'll tell you one thing I know, high achievers will achieve. That's not the question. The real question is, at what cost? How will you build? How you build matters. And how you feel while you build leaves a mark. So, what if presence? is not a luxury but a necessity? What if peace isn't something to earn later, but something you return to again and again now? Hmm? What if you didn't have to escape your body to survive your day? What if the calm you're looking for isn't out there? What if it already lives in you? You're not too sensitive, you're not too lazy, you're not broken. You're just full. And it's time to empty out. And you can start with one breath, one pause, one honest check in. This is how we come back. This is how we build differently. This is how you reclaim what you were never meant to lose in the first place: yourself. Yourself.